I'm gonna make a fake crown because I don't trust anyone. I don't trust people not to kill me with the real one on.
I just started streaming on YouTube, so.
You food? All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have it that the circle's in the middle because that's the only place I can put the circle.
Why is it set to private? I'm trying to set it to public. There we go.
No, it's so good. I'm gonna be building a wall around Crover Lake.
There, I've got all my stuff. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up like a secret barrel somewhere under my house. Therefore, I can, if there's another bombing and like I don't have valuable stuff on me, I can have spare stuff. I'll come and replace the dirt around your emissary.
Oh, I already.
20
yeah.
Oh, is the thing going on?
What? But now's when the conference starts. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can mute on Discord, but it doesn't mute on the record. Whatever. Is the quality of the recording? Okay, yeah. The recording quality is fine. Now we're just waiting for staff to actually send us there. So. Hold on. I'm even gonna reload Minecraft because that way. Oh no, the audio is on. Okay, that's good. Right. We are now just kind of waiting for. Jesus, it's all a gray screen. If you, oh god. Best quality recording.
Because the rest of the Slovakia members don't give a shit.
I'm back. I'm live right now. Hold on. Is my audio on Discord alright?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Is he gonna TP people over? Because
No,
I mean, I'm seeing the the conference
Oh my
room.
god.
What
I'm
conference room?
such a spaz.
The Pristina conference room is built.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, they
I'm
built
so
it.
stupid. Blew up like half one house.
And it's in the crown colony of Bechuanaland.
Yeah.
Based.
Oh, my FPS is just dropped. I'm streaming. And it's raining. And there's like 20 people on. This is a recipe for disaster.
Are you using a laptop?
No, I'm like on an actual computer, but this quality. I'm both recording and streaming at the same time.
Yep.
So
I might just take like screenshots or something.
Oh, finally! Here we go, boys. Would you look at this? Oh, shit! Oh my god, I'm in. Everyone, look on the stream. Look on the stream. Look at this, boys.
I'll open the stream right now. I'm not on there yet.
EU flag.
I'm not in.
All right, I'm not gonna take the.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Hold on.
I'm not in.
Yeah, all right. I'm here in my seat. That's Polska Litvania. Oh, and it's in the native language as well. They're putting the things in the native language. Oh, okay. So I'm
I knew
assuming
that
I'm
on
right now.
What's his name?
Wow.
Albanian. I knew that Zenith was Albanian.
Yeah, that's nice.
Where?
All right. Where is it? It's if you can see it on stream right now. The quality's probably not amazing, but
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Oh, I'm not TP'd yet.
The audio quality is good, and that's what matters because I will be giving a speech.
Is the stream? I mean, the recording quality is going to be fine because recording is separate from streaming, which is why my FPS is so bad. I'm both streaming and recording on entirely different channels. Okay, so we got Britain here. We've got Greece.
Poland hasn't been TP'd.
We got
I haven't
Scotland.
TP'd yet.
I haven't been TP'd either.
And we have Poland. We have Yugoslavia. I'm assuming this is going to be the speaker. Can we use the levers? Let me see. Can we use levers? No, no. Nope, levers can't be used, so. Also, why two Gotland flags? I assume that...
Because there's going to be two of us?
Well, yeah, but I assume you were going to be sitting together, because it's done in blocks of two.
He made our banner wrong. He did a red dot, not a yellow dot.
They are in the walls, they say. Oh, VC
is there. VC. Up in.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's in Magna Europa. Alright. Yo, what's popping, boys?
I haven't been teleported.
Yeah, they haven't even put wait, are they not doing signs? Okay. I'm taking some of the signs.
What's up?
I can't voice chat, I don't have working headphones. Bro.
That's painful.
Who is Jam 6 and can they teleport me into the conference?
One of the leaders.
Yeah, I still need to be teleported.
None of the Poland members have been.
You've been waiting for this.
Did I take? Yeah, I took one sign. Phil Cope. There was a sign on the floor and I took it. They'll live. Or they're gonna perm ban me. They're gonna perm ban me. Mention move crap. Koisov is just spitting conspiracy theories right now.
Question mark.
Dude, the conspiracy right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I need to be teleported.
So to quote Koisov, quote, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, BTOB, they are in the walls, the presidents are haunting, they are all connected, Illuminati, BTOP, all for the lizard people with Illuminati.
Koisov is just...
You know, people were talking about like how Trump's gonna like coup Biden in the last minute and like save the day or whatever, but what they didn't consider is maybe Trump is Biden.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe they're one and the same. Like
in Serbo-Croatia. Oh my god. They're gonna write my sign. They're gonna write the sign for our nation. In the Slavic tongue. I can't understand that.
Oh no,
guys! I don't understand Serbian.
Oh,
Guys, what am I supposed to do? Queen Elizabeth Koisov, please stop shouting conspiracy theories in my chat.
No.
This guy ate the silicate gel packets.
he hasn't TP'd all of us.
I thought I saw a creeper at my window. It was just my vine.
Iron, join the Pristina conference voice chat. You genius. Alright, I just yelled at Iron Bread to get over here. Oh god, can we get a boo for Slovakia, please?
Man, what the fuck?
Oh my god, it's another one. Oh my god, get out of my face. Get out of my face.
That's amazing.
Oh god, the chat. Hey.
You're just mad plus ratio plus reposo.
Okay, if they put your seat right next to mine, while I'd be mad, that would just
so funny.
That would just be really funny. You gotta admit, that'd just be hilarious.
Yeah. Like instead of like putting us like across the aisle, like they probably should.
Why are we not next
right now.
Yes, we are. Sal, sit there. Sal, we have assigned seats, Sal. Why are you using the? Oh, I get it.
Chill.
You gotta sit in your assigned seats, Sal. Gotta sit in your assigned seats.
Yeah, this is the classroom, and this is a teacher. It's his rules. Come on.
You have a House of Parliament.
What?
Also, why are there two Gotland seats?
Yeah, there's two Gotland flags.
Yeah, because we're one of the biggest nations on the server. That's why.
You get 2 delegations.
Yeah, all nations
Next
are
is the
supposed to have 2.
British, and I think this is October.
American Congress be like.
No, but I mean, like,
American
I'm so
Congress.
proud.
Oh, that's super funny. That's actually really funny given context of the
nice.
speech I'm gonna make.
I keep saying Magna Terra instead of Magna Europa. I'm
Is it
gonna
not?
ping
Like-
Iron and show him this conference. He's saying he can't see it. This is smartest Isle of Man citizen moment.
You can't lever in the territory of Yugoslavia.
Why is he not on the Discord?
Come on, why aren't they TPing me?
Why does he do this?
Who, Awesome Builder?
Alright, so I'll sit there.
Kinda. I'm looking for Ukraine.
I'm assuming Ukraine. I see a Crimea here, but I'm not seeing a Ukraine.
Hey.
Oh no, you. Wait, I can hit people here? What the hell? How can I hit people at an international conference?
It's gonna be.
Hold
Hello, my
on,
good friend.
hold on,
Hello,
Slovakia.
my
Ooh, we
good-
can't be
my
having
good-
Oh
my
shit!
good friend.
Oh shit!
You hurt people, you'll
Oh
get
no! Most civilized EU meeting. Got me.
This is like the UN when fucking like Gaddafi gave a speech.
Yeah. This is actually the most civilized EU meeting, actually.
I'm pretty sure like people like actually started throwing punches when Gaddafi spoke.
Yeah. Least
the-
orderly, least European. Can't speak.
For one for
It's the least orderly Congress session versus the most orderly European Union Council meeting.
I have 2 seats. I have 2 seats.
What? They still haven't TP'd me.
There's only
So we're already running 15 minutes late.
They still haven't TP'd me though. 15 minutes in.
Oh my! Why are people shouting conspiracy theories in my chat? Stop!
TP'd yet.
There are no ancient aliens in New Zealand. Venus isn't habitable, and there is no Queen of England.
there's one in
Oh yeah, okay, now I'm back.
2 seats.
I'll take off my shit.
So Kai.
Bruh,
Go.
Bruh, there's no
voice.
voice.
Here.
Bro, there's no voice chat in the Magna
Over
Terra
here,
thing.
Kai.
Oh,
Over
okay.
here. Over here. This is our seat. You're right there.
What are a bunch of
Couldn't make one because you were kind of being occupied.
Look at my shield. I got the flag.
I didn't have a Poland shield, so.
Yeah, that's okay. They made our flag run. No.
There we go.
Guys, this is Isle of Man
I still
oppression.
haven't been TP'd.
Can you keep
This is
doing
Isle
this?
of Man oppression.
Someone can beat the shit out of me, but can't flip stitches.
Ah, look at the sign.
Hyperborea was not real, and George Washington did not destroy it, Koisa. Oh my god. Sal, can you...
Yeah,
Like-
obviously. Fucking George Bush
What?
destroyed Rome, obviously.
Oh my god, dude, he's Koisov is
someone
gonna give
said
me an
what?
aneurysm. Koisov is gonna give
What's
me
the
an aneurysm.
Where
Kai, look to
is...
your left. The sign.
What's the issue?
I'm grabbing juice. I can't with you guys. I'm getting juice.
Competent staff, all
I'm gonna leave you
geopolitical
guys, and you
servers.
guys are gonna get up to some ridiculous.
Most competent staff, all geopolitical servers.
Hey, if you think this is bad, just imagine what LTFE was like. It was terrible.
It's a competent staff team.
And that show was some
We have no
amazing staff.
flag.
All I'm saying is,
No,
this
Oh my
doesn't
God,
really
yeah,
He's
Pop
broken
Overall
the
until
know
today,
LTFE had
flag.
despite the fact that I registered.
Oh no,
Guys, the most organized EU meeting.
Aiden, do you have a Poland Lithuania flag?
No, not on me.
Here we have,
I'm back.
You're telling me, despite the fact that I registered for the conference, sent a flag,
Yeah.
had them take a flag from my inventory, I'm still not allowed because I'm not registered?
What?
This is the most
genuinely.
best European conference.
genuinely most
Yeah.
competent staff of all
Where are
geopolitical
British
servers.
This is the most organized conference.
He literally signed up. Like, I remember yelling at him and making him sign up. What, yesterday? Like,
Can't you
Right.
tell how the
I put your shield out.
how many people are staying on each side? It's like me.
I put your shield out.
Yeah.
also, I have a
I
couple of
literally
questions.
had to go into my inventory, take a flag, and
Mom,
I'm
if you
not
look up, look at the
registered.
camera, I'm taking a screenshot.
Oh, screenshot, let's go. You still have your Poland-Lithuania shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
I don't have one, but I'll live.
I got it.
Alright.
Screenshot taken.
Also, I have some questions about the imagery here. I'd like to ask why the crest of Savoy is up. One, this isn't in Italy. Two, the Italians aren't even here.
Yeah.
Do I want to know what's up with that, or why there's?
Yeah, it's because the flag is the arms of Savoy are on the Serb flag and Kosovo is Serbia.
Oh, smart.
Terrorism and griefing will result in a 3-day
yeah.
temp ban.
What? Who said that terrorism and beefing will result in a 3-day temp? All right, guys, no
Someone's
terrorism
gonna
today.
try it.
No,
I know someone's
no.
gonna try it.
My dad's
It
looking at me like
doesn't
I'm
Yeah,
crazy.
Roman, no more terrorism.
No, we're
more
talking about
terrorism.
we're talking about Kosovo, Dad. It isn't real. They're gonna ban us for 3 days if we commit terrorism. We can't do that.
I personally think I'm being discriminated against.
Iron, hold on. Are they still not letting Iron come here?
No, they're not, even though I did all of this
Bruh.
stuff.
Where's the Estonian flag?
Finally, join.
I took all the steps and they still won't let me in.
Can you wait? Where are you? Who can
This
let?
is actually ridiculous.
Who can let? They haven't been.
Hold on, everyone, let's riot until they let the island man in.
Just spam Kosovo, you Serbia.
See, I'm
Yeah,
being
let's go.
discriminated against.
Wait, you're here. You're literally here.
Yes.
Well,
And I don't, and my flag isn't, and neither is my seat.
What do you mean? You don't. Just sit down somewhere, and they'll put it there.
Where?
Here, sit down next to the British. Sit down next to the British.
British.
Why would I sit next to the British?
Let's go! I got his pickaxe, boys. I got his pickaxe. I got his pickaxe, boys.
Alright.
I got his pickaxe.
I don't even have a seat here. Are you kidding?
Someone
This is
tell
malarkey.
staff to get Iron to get in the seat.
Sit down,
Oh wait, you
sit
can
down,
wait. Can you
sit
place
down.
blocks here?
Down. Can you just sit down?
Is this wilderness?
Yes.
I don't even have a sign. Does anyone have a sign? Does anyone have a sign?
Hold on.
And glow. And glow.
Hold on.
Who doesn't
I
have
also need some glow.
I don't have any glow. Just use
What?
the blue dye.
Who doesn't have any sign?
I can get some glow
Me, I don't have a sign.
Who's
Hold on.
saying
Let's
that?
see. So
Me.
let's see. Who got their official name put on? Oh, no one got the
Is that-
official name. Okay.
Okay.
Ukraine,
So-
Navy.
Ukraini Slava.
What you are doing? What you are doing?
Ukraine.
I'm taking a screenshot. Shields up.
Ukraini.
Poland, I'm taking a screenshot. Shields up. In your seats.
Mate,
Ukraine.
Ukraine, Slava.
Alright, cool. Next guy.
I cannot hear what anyone is saying.
Iron, just understand people, though.
Oh, you're a dick.
Ukraini
Ukraine, Slava.
Slava. We're never gonna get an alliance with
Ukraine,
Ukraine.
Slava.
Slava.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
I need some ink glow.
I don't have any ink glow.
Some glow ink.
I got some on me. Who needs it?
I need me
Ukraine, Slava.
me over here.
Put it on the table.
Man.
What tape?
It's just so blue.
Sorry, screen.
Well, is everyone who wants to be here present? Glow and behold. Hold on.
And I'm just putting it here.
Probably, I think.
Let's see. Hold on. Is every world leader here?
I.
Alright. Before this conference starts, I just like to
Wait,
say.
where's Estonia? Where's Estonia?
Where is Estonia?
Taking care of that.
Oh, you're taking care of that.
Ukraine.
Long live
Let's start
Estonia.
before the Estonians get here.
Oh, is Divine not able to show up, or?
One nation are you?
Oh, I'm filling into the
Ukraine
line.
slava.
Ukraine. Ukraine.
Ukraine slava.
Oh wait, I have to update.
Aw,
Shit, I didn't update the Dyn map on my stream.
Wait,
Shit.
Ukraine.
Ukraine slava.
Hold on.
Ukraine slava.
Yeah, I guess that's all I have to do.
Hold
I
on.
might.
Did you look at that? Now I have to get
think I
a.
might have
That'll be
fucked
good.
up.
Give me a sec.
Everyone
I have to
ready?
fix the Dyn map. No, I need a sec. I have to fix the Dyn map on my stream. How can we possibly live without a good Dyn map?
Gotta take this off.
Do you really expect me to document history with a bad Dyn map? Are you kidding me?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, you're out of your mind, son.
Slovenska slava.
Slovenska.
Slava.
Ukraine slava.
No, unfollow Iron Bread. No, I don't want to follow Iron Bread. What the hell?
Slava.
Imagine being Polish.
Alright. There it is. If you see on the Dyn map, now you can
This is what it's locked.
Dobre den
see
Sloven.
the seating.
Yeah, can I have one more? Can I have one more glowing sack so I can fix my sign because I put it in the wrong
No!
place?
Okay, I'll get it.
No.
Everyone should
Let me get popcorn.
Sorry.
Cheers.
I got my
still have
drink.
some flags.
Hold on, let me go make a 5-course meal real quick.
Oh, we fucked up.
I'm gonna go run for president real quick.
All I'm saying, this is going to be the most peaceful meeting of European leaders in history
Oh
ever.
yeah, of course.
It's only downhill
Yeah.
from here.
Why would anything go wrong?
Glowing sack on the
I
I'm
top.
can't
taking
see
it so
anything
I
going
can't
wrong.
have it.
I can't even see like anything going on. Nothing at all. It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright. This is going to be the most peaceful meeting ever.
Yeah.
It is downhill from whatever happens today.
Uh-huh.
If anything even like remotely wrong happens, I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Oh, it's happening, baby.
20 people
Okay.
on.
I think.
Just got the
Okay,
worst
can
pain.
everyone get to your seats and Senko, what nation are you from? Are you part of?
Are you illiterate? It says behind us.
Oh, Senko.
You wrote these signs.
What is October?
Hey, Iron. If you hit me, I swear to God, I'll have your
I didn't
family
hit
killed.
you. I didn't hit you.
Do you have a flag? What's the language? Okay, so
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I you know what what F5 is, Iron? I literally have you in port.
Robin.
Oh shit.
Why are you
Slava
throwing
Ukraine.
seeds at us? Why are you throwing seeds?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Who the fuck's
Oh, I forgot to
throwing
bring
shit at us?
papers.
everyone please go there.
Zara.
Senko
Do you
gets
have
a
any
roll
paper?
around
Do you
in
have a
a
book and
boat, but I
quill?
get killed.
Do you have a book and quill?
I'll throw carrots at them.
I don't have a quill. Sorry.
Give them free food.
Vano and Charo, your seats are actually here down. Because I fucked up the sign placement, it's here.
I propose that anyone who breaks the peace be killed.
So we're killing Iron Bread then.
Okay,
No, I didn't break the peace.
There is Estonia. I think everything.
Oh, my
is
Minecraft
fine.
froze. I don't even want to know.
My flag
I'm
is
scared.
wrong, just saying.
Yeah, okay. I think everything is right, and then there's just flying noise.
Did I get kicked because my Minecraft froze?
We just needed to
You're so
start
weird.
whenever
Oh.
everyone's ready.
Does anyone have anything they'd like to say or do before we start?
Alright, gentlemen.
My flag is the wrong one, but we can start. It's alright.
Gentlemen, let us spend this time as a time for us as a continent to come together. I fucking swear to God, Iron Bread. When's the next time that we're all gonna be here together, huh?
Representative of the island of Man to be removed for violence.
No, I'm just gonna hit him.
No.
All right.
Can we have
Anyways,
Switzerland partitioned?
all I'm saying,
It's broken.
let us take this opportunity to come together as a continent and not try to kill each other for once. This is a time of
I can't
peace.
promise anything.
A time.
I'm promising nothing.
This is a time of unity. Oh, I'm gonna put on my light because I'm speaking.
I would
Thank
like
you all
to
very
add
much.
that the very same representative that talks about peace recently committed
Are you fucking kidding me? Are
assassinations
you
against
kidding?
the leader of Slovakia, who wasn't even armed.
Hey, can someone please play the footage of the bombing, please?
Let's not have this devolve into a nonsensical argument once again.
Hold on, where's the Slovakian? Where's the Slovakian? Okay, let's see how far this goes. Yeah.
This is a war crime. This is a war crime.
Yeah, that's me. Hold on, I didn't shoot you. Hey, hold on, I didn't shoot you. I shot above your head. I didn't. No, here's.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
What did I do?
Oh my
I
god.
was protecting an innocent man.
I'm putting on.
All right, everyone, can we all collectively blame Iron Bread?
Yeah.
I was protecting an innocent
I
man.
think it's Iron Bread's fault.
okay.
Discuss this like human beings. Okay, so you can only talk if your light is on. So beginning of
Hi.
life now,
Nice.
there's no
Hi.
Switch the light on.
Okay, Sal, we gotta be civilized. We gotta be civilized.
I'll just let Imperial start because you already began. So
He just said his microphone broke, but nice.
Whose mic broke?
Impis mic broke. Oh, he's writing.
People of Yugoslavia, Kosovo. Are you implying that Kosovo isn't Yugoslavia?
Are you implying that Pristina is in Kosovo? Okay, so all of Kosovo is Albanian except for Pristina.
Yep, that's what he's saying.
well,
That's Serbia.
Is he typing? Or is this just an awkward silence?
Maybe?
I think he's typing. I think he's typing.
Sir, did you just flick the light on just to answer a question and then turn it off? Even though no one's talking?
Could you please?
Can I please what? Hold on, my light was on. Why did you turn it off?
I motion we sink the island of Gotland.
I notion I kill you.
I motion you a bitch.
I really think it's a good idea.
Okay, so
I think Slovakia should be punished
I'll
for war
begin.
crimes against Poland.
Two things that we could start deciding now, but we could push it to the end if there are other matters that matter more. Is we need to decide during the conferences as a symbol to represent all of Europe, as well as possibly a name for the organization to lead the conferences in general, because of certain certain circumstances. We cannot let I am of the opinion that we cannot let this conference hall to be part of Yugoslavia, and rather make it be a patrimony of all of Europe. Sure, yeah.
Sir,
I
if
would
I
like
may.
to- Hey,
no.
I'm talking.
Did
I
you
would
just
like to
hit me?
propose the name United
Swear to
Nations
God,
of
keep
Europe.
this
Thank
civilized.
you.
I would like to object to the idea of. I would like to object to the idea of a united European flag. As gentlemen, who here truly believes that Europe is in any way united?
Not me.
It's about representation of this organization and meeting, and not about the unification of Europe. I
Well,
think
not the
you
unification.
misunderstood that.
Well, you said a flag to represent all of Europe. However, I think the people here agree that none of us really. We're not a united entity. This server, this world is so vast. I understand that's not the point. I understand. Why not
No,
just?
it's just to represent
if I may-
Europe during the conferences. Because if, for example, Ramen, if you look behind you, we are right now having to use a modified version of the Yugoslav coat of arms, and I'd rather have another flag to represent Europe during the meetings.
I personally think that that's perfect. I mean, that's what this is. This is a group organized by the Yugoslavians to bring us more together as a continent.
So you, as a monarchy, want a communist flag behind your back while
Well,
talking in an
yes.
international meeting.
You know what? If you'd like me to be just dead honest. No, Sal,
Alright.
hold on. They are the ones so kindly hosting this, and I believe that it is therefore their right to claim it as their prestigious event. This isn't the doing of all of Europe. This is the doing of the Yugoslavians so graciously bringing us together. And I believe it is therefore their duty, responsibility, and honor to bear their flag.
Very well then.
If I may speak for just a moment, I do want to thank the Yugoslavian government for hosting this meeting. I do think it is very, very gracious, very kind of them to host this meeting here in Pristina. But I do think there should be some sort of a flag drawn up to represent Europe as a whole, and it's not a flag that would suggest that Europe is united. Europe is clearly not exactly united, and that's not a necessarily bad thing. But we should have some sort of flag to represent the continent as a whole. Thank you.
Can I talk? Okay.
Anyone else have any other points? Okay.
So,
Poland, Lithuania has just recovered, like mostly finished recovering from the bombing attacks. We aren't blaming that it is Slovakia, but that is what our information has led to. I have been assassinated by Bigger 3, who was somewhat a rogue of Slovakia. So we have been trying to capture him, but he hasn't been on a lot. There was another person that we suspect was Spiffy, who helped him because I saw someone else give Bigger 3 the arrows, and they both blew up the Gotland emissary in Warsaw.
If I'd like to add on to that, I'd just like to say that Spiffy Gaster, the individual that you're referencing to, is actually online right now. And if you look on the Dyn map, let's take a look at the map. It seems as though he is currently on his way to Tallinn, Estonia. So that's just a heads up for the Estonians. So
I would also like to add, I think Bigger 3 should be tried in Warsaw, or Krav Lake in a Polish city if he is ever captured.
Yes, I would agree to that.
But
We can do a trial that would lead to his punishment and preparations.
I may speak for just a moment.
Sure.
Sorry, I just want to interject here. I do believe that Spiffy being on their way to Tallinn right now is a matter of grave concern, and I will be coordinating with the citizens of Gotland who have been left behind on the island to defend it whilst we are at the conference. I will be coordinating with them post-haste to ensure that Estonia's security is guaranteed.
I'd like to bring up plausibility. We have yet to figure out what to do to see it because we clearly have a problem with people entering other people's waters, and it makes it go uncomfortable. So I'd like to figure something in that regard.
We aren't exactly blaming you, it's just so far what we have gotten with Bigger 3 now, he said revenge for Slovakia and that. We aren't fully blaming you, it's just we suspect. Because I've even still got the bow he used to kill me, Slovakian Revenge. It's in display in the Capitol building of Warsaw.
Regardless, I think this will allow us to, allow me to give a proposal to form a united, how can I say, a united police force, let's say, like, a sort of way for all of us to have a list of people who have breached laws, have international law regarding to specific cases like terrorism and other stuff, so we can properly coordinate against future.
I would like to speak about this proposal. I don't like the idea of having a police force entering my sovereign territory, not following my laws, but the laws of an international organization, and then doing what they want in my territory without considering our regional laws and trying to take order for some other nation that is involved that wants someone to be taken into custody or something else.
If I'd like to
I
respond
want
to
my
his
nation
comment,
to be fully
excuse me.
remain sovereign.
The laws would be taken in consideration, and
Hold
you
on.
wouldn't need to allow them unless you wanted to be part of the group. You know, you can stay out of the. It's just for the people who actually need, protection.
So if Istria
Excuse
would
me, I
join
just like to
that
say
police force,
that's not what he's
then
talking
then
about.
our territory wouldn't be entered by said force.
Oh no, he isn't talking about that. He's not talking about this. Earlier today, I went down there and held a military occupation of Slovakia so that they could not arm the exact man who is currently on his way to Tallinn. Oh, the stage is given to
Okay, thank you. I can speak now. So, first of all, what I'd like to say, this is going to be a bit long. Don't the claims that Slovakia is solely responsible for this attack bother you at all? Because let me tell you, we are not rich in resources at all. During the time of the attacks, we actually had a massive iron shortage, and the men who committed the attack so happen to have iron armor. Second of all, we also had a big string shortage. We can't even make a farm. We're trying to make a food farm. We don't have the dispensers for it. That's not because we made both of them. We couldn't have made both at all. We would have made the food farm first. It only makes sense. So yeah, we don't actually have the resources to arm them at all. Second of all, we have no reason to attack Warsaw. Why would we do it? So first of all, there are two reasons that we could possibly have. One of them would be to try to blame it on Gotland immediately, which we didn't. And second of all would be to I don't know, fucking just for the fun of it. In which case we do it ourselves, not tell other people. Third of all, I've heard Mr. Ramen has actually tried to inspect one of Slovakia's foreign members, Evan here, to see if he had a quote-unquote Slovakian cross on his skin. This doesn't make sense. What the claim is that the people attacking actually had the Slovakian cross on their skin. The thing is, Slovakia, as in Magna Europa Slovakia, does not use a Slovakian cross. Our flag does not have it. We use runes on our flag since we are a wizard's order, and we have staffs on it too. So that just straight up doesn't make sense. This seems like something who is not very educated on Slovakia would try to do. More on that later. Finally,
if I can just add,
I'm still speaking. One last thing.
Please keep
Yeah,
order.
I was about to say, Dan and I have not been playing on the server very often, which would mean we wouldn't have a lot of time to arm him either. Thank you.
I would like to approve. I would like to approve parts of what you said.
If I may, Mr.
Just shortly, just very.
This is why an international case would be. By the way, who has echo? Who has echo right now?
Poland.
Please.
Yep. So
mute the microphone.
with us,
Yeah.
Krolovig was
We
also
invite the Gotlanders to try to refute our arguments. We invite this.
And I happily accept.
Krolovig was
Now,
minorly
first things first. If I may speak for just a second, pardon me. What was the first thing that you claimed, Mr. Pardon me, your name escapes me, Mr. Chero. What was the first claim that
We
you
claimed
made?
that we would not have had the resources to arm
I
Slovakia.
can approve
yes,
that.
okay,
I recently visited Slovakia and they didn't even have food to feed their people. Their region is in famine, partly due to a military occupation of foreign intruders.
That is something I'm well aware of.
Right. We actually don't have
the Slovakian paramilitary sponsored by the government got around this by going into Ramen's
Okay,
town.
so wait. Stop for a second.
Carry out the terrorist attack.
Stop for a second.
Excuse me, get out of the king's face.
In Charo,
I would propose that people that shouldn't be talking right now are to be muted in Discord until they talk again. Thank you.
Alright, so I am the representative Grace here. I'd like to interject my opinion of the police force for all of Europe. I don't prefer it because at the least it should be voluntary, because some nations don't need that defense. Some people feel like it violates their territory, and
I would like to see them. The police force would be voluntary, we'd have an international court. We would not put nations on trial. Leaders of nations wouldn't be able to be put on trial unless. However, if a nation is known to host a known terrorist, or, for example, in the situation, the nation would be forced to extradite the person to be judged in the international court.
Jim, can I continue? All right.
Yes, yes, you can.
What I meant by voluntary was the nations would have to volunteer to allow police force into their nation within
But
the
that
border.
but that would allow the nations to just keep the person in question hidden and secure, you know, and also like grant them materials and everything. But yeah.
Because if a nation doesn't want people in their borders, they should be able to opt out of that program. And all right, so next thing I wanted to bring up was that, well, about the ocean. I wanted to, because people clearly do not enjoy having other people who they don't want in their waters into the waters. Kind of like with me in Gotland's territory the other day. And I wanted to allow people
Raymond,
that
could you mute yourself? Your keyboard is a bit annoying.
My apologies.
So about that, yes, the nations will be granted. Nations should be granted power over their territorial waters, and yeah, other people would need to ask permission. We need actually this is a good place to start because we need to decide what's the range of territorial control over the waters around the
in my
state.
own first, I would suggest within about 50 to like 20 to 50 chunks within a territory.
20, 20 seems more reasonable than 50. But that's up for everyone in this conference to decide.
Similarly to the law of the sea, if a nation can request to add territorial water if it is outlined on the Dine map that they have a continental shelf extending into the ocean.
Can speak.
Okay. I think they should be like 30 or something. 30 something into the actual ocean.
Here's talking double.
There's two of you.
I propose 10.
So I guess we just need to vote now. Who's
I
up for
back
20?
the proposal of 10 miles.
I propose
chunks.
10 chunks as well.
Who's up to
Same here, I propose 10
please
chunks.
light your lights. Turn on your lights.
What?
Who wants 10 chunks? Please light on your lights. I'm already okay. Okay.
Roman, turn off your light.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where?
Voting again.
This is for 10 miles, yes?
For 10 chunks, yes.
All right.
For 10 chunks. Okay. You can all.
All right, may I speak? May I speak?
Sure.
All right, so I have something that's come to my attention that's very interesting. I have a screenshot with me, and I'm about to post it in chat bridge. So if y'all would like to take a look. So, Scotland, would you like to explain this, please?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
me.
you
That's
are
me
forward,
talk. Yeah, that is me saying to Sal that I do not believe that we want a foreign police in our nation, unless
You
we
cut
do.
out. Say that again.
Oh, am I getting it? Hold on, I'm turning off noise suppression. I'm sorry.
Check it.
All right, noise suppression is off. Sorry. Yes, that is very clearly me stating that I do not want a foreign police regarding law in Gotland. That is
yes, and,
yes.
And what were you going to say after that? What did you say before that? Could easily take us down. What do you mean by this?
You could very easily come in, because let's be real, Slovakia has something out for the Northern Lights. It's come on, let's be clear here. It's a fact at this point. Very easily, if you were given heavy influence in the lawmaking in this here conference, you could hold on. I'll let Istria talk. Istria,
all right,
you talk.
All right, yeah, just let him talk. Let him talk for a moment.
I still can't believe that nations are still thinking Slovakia is involved in these terrorist crimes committed in Poland. They have very much stated that they don't have the resources to fund terrorists, and also they recently had a famine, or still have. People are suffering from from hunger, and they have to eat rotten flesh to get over and survive.
May I speak?
Is
Excuse
very
me,
much
may I
not in a
speak?
position
May I
to
speak?
fund
Yes,
terrorism
you may
while
speak.
still
Hold
being
on.
occupied by
Istria, may I
Gotland military
speak?
forces, where
No, may I speak?
frequent executions are not very rare, but rather often. When I visited
Istria, your
the
time is
great
up.
nation of Slovakia,
Istria?
I saw with my own eye that people were
Zerzar,
executed by
may
the
I
Gotland
speak?
forces.
Okay, so they are one of the richest nations on the server. Most of the weaponry in Gotland is produced with their material. So tell me how one of the richest nations on the server, who have plentiful food and literally have a farm right next to where they were hanging out while I was in there, is in a famine. I would love to hear how a nation that was hanging out with a farm while I was occupying them is going hungry.
I would
And
like to refer which farm you were referring
Farm
to.
is in
and
a
even
very bad
better,
state, as
I would like to.
we
I
both
would like
have
to know
Hold
which
on.
farmer you are
And
Wait.
referring to. 'Cause if it's
Gotland
Hold on,
military
wait,
farm
hold on.
and step
Hold,
on
excuse me.
destroying parts.
That's enough,
can I say
Czar.
something?
Excuse me. And on top
Is
of
it
that,
me?
right? Evan, can you please vouch that I was literally giving them food, and when I offered them food, they refused to come up?
Yeah, because
can
you were
vouch.
literally going to murder us.
Oh
You
yeah, the
literally
person
stated
in
that
full
you were going to.
This is
netherite. I was
not the
gonna kill
place
him.
for
Yeah.
accusations. This is why I suggested creating an international court so those situations could be solved there and not in this conference. This conference is for other general regards and issues relating to the. But
Okay.
The other pictures you say. Let's see all the incriminating pictures.
Before this, I
So
would like to speak
this is
more.
not a court of law. Even if you show it, it will not prove anything. That
I know.
when
I'm trying
eventually
to clear
we
my sister's
create
name.
something like that.
Hey,
Clear my sister's
Vanuatu,
name.
I can explain that. The guy literally asked me if he could have an invite to Slovakia. It's someone I've known from previous servers. Someone who is he's done this same kind of stuff before. I'll tell you that.
And so,
Ramen, I'm
so
sorry.
why
if I
would
may
you
speak
invite
for
him
just a moment.
exactly?
Because this server needs more people. That is.
Ramen, if I may speak for just a second, who
So you
exactly?
invited a known griefer, let him loose, and then apparently we
Jero,
somehow knew him more than you
please
do.
just give me one moment to speak with Ramen. Ramen, who is this exactly that you're speaking of that you invited to the server?
Sal, Spiffy, I've been inviting people from Xylem all the time. Hell, I invited you from Xylem.
I know. I will, if I may vouch for Ramen here. Ramen has done an incredible job recruiting for this server. There was a previous geopolitical server called Xylem Earth that did shut down, unfortunately. But Ramen has still kept contact with many people from the server and has been inviting them to Magna Europa in an effort to boost player numbers, and I must commend him for that. of course, Ramen didn't do this with any malicious intent. We didn't. I mean, Spiffy doing what they did is out of our hands. Like, this is not something that we anticipated or expected. Spiffy is
And
not
it's in our
demonstrating
hands somehow.
I never said that. I said it was out of our hands. And please,
You've been accusing us the entire time, bro.
Would you excuse me? Let me speak, please. It is not in our hands. We did not expect this. Spiffy has not behaved like this on previous geopolitical servers, and this is just. I mean, it's unfortunate, yes, that Spiffy did this, but this is not.
If I
we
may,
weren't exactly expecting this. Sure, go ahead.
if I may,
I've requested to take
So-
words prior.
Spiffy, I also know him very well. I met him through Ramen. And may I say, he is in fact a terrorist, and he has done stuff like this before, and he is a weapon that could be used.
Ironbread, what about the time where you sent dogs to attack me?
I would like
That
to
is
take
completely
the floor
unrelated because
now.
that is a
You're
dog in our
You're just
person.
throwing
Okay,
accusations
Can
at
you
me.
please see?
I'd like to
These
see-
matters, I'll have to state again, these matters are not for this conference. We can
would like
talk
to
about this
No,
later
excuse
on.
me.
I'm
I'd like to
simply trying
argue.
my country's
Closing
name.
I
the
believe-
speech for this matter.
No, I believe right now is the perfect time to discuss this, because right now it's a time in
agree.
front of the global stage. This is a time to have
I agree.
civil discussion about what happened.
I agree. I agree.
You know, if
The discussion right now is not being civil.
yes, it is.
That's the thing.
Yes, it is.
It's civil until people start getting attacked. That's what I say.
Exactly.
Not similar if you're talking about.
Okay. Okay. So he's going to take the stage again, in peace, for the while.
If I may speak,
Ramen, your
for
keyboard.
Poland,
Impis-
Poland.
Impis is talking right now.
I know,
He's
tell
typing
Ramen
in
his
chat.
keyboard is distracting
Oh,
me.
okay, okay.
Yes. And that's why I've suggested again and again creating creating an international court to decide cases like this.
Very well.
If I may speak
Yes,
for-
you may.
Thank you. Given this new, I suppose it's not new, but having reconsidered everything, I do think it is worth considering an international police force. However, it is important to me, and I'm sure it's important to many other representatives of other nations, that this is not a partisan organization. We are perfectly fine with an international police force. However, they need to answer to the local laws in the countries and states in which they operate. And furthermore, we have to ensure that there is no bias towards any nation or any side of a conflict in this organization. And I think this is something everyone can get behind. Thank you.
Yes, and that is exactly what I propose, like, for it to be non-partisan, for it to be decided by the nations in by. So I guess now we can start making the. Now we can start making the going on detail, or I guess, for example, an international court of creating an international court, each nation elects a representative, and in the assembly they choose they sorry, I got lost for a bit.
No, that's okay.
Can you you rephrase your what can you say again what you said before, so I can
Me?
yes.
Sure. For sure. I do think that it's a very good idea to have an international police force. However, we have to make sure that there's no bias towards any nation. It can't be dominated by one nation, because if that happens, then you're just going to end up with one nation using this international police force as a weapon, or as a club at least, to intimidate other governments. I think this is something that everyone can get behind, that this shouldn't be a biased organization. Furthermore, I just want to add one last thing that I thought of as you were speaking. I think every nation should send, if they choose to participate, one representative to this police force, and we'll keep it to one. And this representative would ideally be a skilled fighter, and somebody who is unbiased towards the nation, and somebody who simply wants to maintain peace in the world. That's all I got to say.
Yes.
May I speak?
I would like.
Sure.
I would also like to add that
So-
local laws should be respected.
I'm sorry.
Thank
the
you.
Local
Poland
laws will be
has-
respected. It's just that there will be international laws on top of them.
So, Poland will probably join that police force. It's just all of our cities have been put into an emergency security. We have been raising security. We might even border off all our cities, and will only allow allies to come into our city. Because we are doing that because we do not really trust we do not trust random people just to come in and just look around and maybe even do more griefing. But I'd like to, when we capture Spiffy or Bigger 3, I would like to hold court against them for griefing the capital city and assassination of me. That's all I have to say.
I am fully in support of this idea that the Polish representative has brought up. Recently, the construction on the Capitol building in Bergzik has progressed to the point where we are able to hold an actual trial there. If we so choose, if the nations and the representatives of this case so choose, we can hold the trial there. If not, I'm sure there are other options. I merely thought it would be courteous of me to offer up the recently completed courtroom as a possible venue for this trial.
Yep, our building has been fully completed building, the Capitol building. I may just have to change the interior a little bit, but otherwise it is perfectly fine to hold a trial there because we have everything set up, and we can have everything set up for a proper trial that we can do against Spiffy and Bigger 3 whenever they are both online.
We request that the trial and he should be held accountable in Holland. That's what I'd like to add.
May I add something? I fully support this trial, and I do believe that the two terrorists are indeed guilty. But I do think that, for now at least, any potential involvement from a third party in this should be left out of the trial, and it should be simply based off of their actions. I would also like to add that I believe that a separate trial for this incident of accused Slovakian involvement, I believe that this should be a separate trial, and it should be held here in Yugoslavia. Not exactly here per se, although it could be, I don't really care. But I would like to hold a trial here in Yugoslavia for this actual trial. For now, I'd like to propose a sort of truce between all nations that have any grievances in this, specifically between Slovakia and Gotland. I don't believe that we should be getting in each other's way for now, and I believe this goes true for all other nations. And finally, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah.
I'd like to speak.
I'm okay with that. We can stop.
Before I'd like to ask,
the hate toward each other. We can stay and be a bit more friendly to each other. I will not intervene with anything with Slovakia. We can just, because we have now got proof that it is no longer you. It is rogues of Slovakia that are probably trying to form another Slovakia that will have rules of their own, that will probably be a bit more aggressive and a bit more lethal to every single nation around here. So I will no longer. So I don't think Slovakia has anything to do with this. It is rogue Slovakia. That's all I have to say.
So
I
before I'd like,
if I may,
please, I'd like to first ask if everyone is in accordance with Charles' proposal to hold the trial in Yugoslavia.
I am okay with the trial in Yugoslavia, but oh god, my.
We request that it will be in Poland.
Poland is an involved party.
Shall we light up in favor of the trial in Yugoslavia or in Poland?
Yugoslavia.
So all the people who have their lights on right now support a trial in Yugoslavia.
Everyone who supports the trial in Yugoslavia, please put their lights up. Yeah.
And if I may, I'd like to speak briefly after this.
Of course. Okay.
I would like to have a trial in Poland, but I don't mind if it's in Yugoslavia as long as I'm there to represent Poland again for the trials.
And I'm assuming now everyone who says the trial should be held in Poland lights up.
Okay. ADS. Actually, everyone who is against it being in Poland, please keep your lights down, so I can count in comparison to the ones with the lights up. So everyone who voted in favor, please light up again.
And this is in favor of the trial being in Poland.
Oh, okay. So, okay, whatever.
So lights on for Poland, lights off for Yugoslavia.
I have something I'd like to bring up.
Iron, I've requested to speak previously, and I will be speaking first, if that's alright. Are we finished with the vote?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
So what was the conclusion exactly of the vote?
Poland.
Poland, I see. Okay. Chero, regarding your proposal, what exactly was it you say? I apologize again for asking you, but I do have quite a poor memory, so if you could just repeat a summary of what you said.
I would like a truce until the trial is held between all nations on the server, including Gotland and Slovakia. So basically, no one from Gotland or Slovakia will go into each other's lands. We will not do anything to each other. We will not interact with each other at all. I think that's best. And also, I believe that no finger should be pointed about the said bombings for now, at least.
Okay, that's you've reminded me of what I wanted to say. I'm aware that in Ramon's news broadcast, I did state that there is a possibility that it could have been sponsored by Slovakia. However, now upon seeing this, I do believe that this is not the responsibility of the Slovakian government, but rather a set of rogues that seek to cause chaos or destruction or what have you in the name of Slovakia when they may not necessarily represent the government and its wishes. So I would like to apologize for my previous stance. I do hope the Slovakian government forgives me for this, but I was rather disturbed by what happened in Warsaw, as it was quite close to other populated and developed areas of Northern Europe like Visby and Bergsvik and Tallinn, and I was very concerned that whatever happened there could happen again, and all I wanted to do was make sure that we didn't see any more terror bombing. So again, Slovakian government, I do want to apologize for my previous stance, and I track that statement entirely. I place the blame squarely on Spiffy and Bigger 3 for this terror bombing, and not the Slovakian government. As for the idea of a truce, I do think that is a wonderful idea as well. However, it is to be noted that the Slovakian enchantments and villager trades are of great use to Gotland, and so I propose instead the terms of the truce are that we will be permitted in each other's territory, but no violence or disturbances of any kind will be permitted. And that's all I have to say.
So, two things. First of all, I would like to amend the last part of your thing to be we're not allowed to go into each other's territory at all, but we will be able to sell you the books. And second of all, I would like to say that the quote-unquote Slovakian rogues have A, never even been in the country of Slovakia, and B, We don't even know them. Like Van and I've known Van for like a little while. We have never spoken to these individuals. I would just like to say this. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to just bring something up. I do agree with you on that statement. Again, as I said, I don't necessarily think they were agents of the Slovakian government. They were perhaps, I don't know. And like I said, I have no idea. Yes, I know. I will be finishing up and letting Istria speak in just a moment. I do want to reiterate that I don't think these guys are responsible, or I apologize. I don't think that these guys represent the views of the Slovakian government. Rather, they just acted on their own accord and possibly stole resources or what have you. And I just want to make it very clear that I no longer believe that the Slovakian government is involved in this terror bombing. Thank you.
Now it's time for Istria to speak.
After this closing speech, I would like to bring up another relatively minor issue. There's a small border dispute between the nations of Istria and Yugoslavia, because Istria has also stated to claim to the islands of Krk and Kres, but the Yugoslavian authorities have seemingly also pledged that this is their territory, and I would like to find a solution for this. What do the Yugoslavian representatives?
Well, this.
Yeah, I will show.
No, it's in short. They claim the islands of Krk and the other one nearby, and we also at the same time claim their entire territory. I think we could solve this by having you renounce the claim to the islands and we renounce the claim to your land, or splitting the island, or even possibly uniting you with your own autonomous government having ownership over the islands, and even possibly Croatia as a whole as part of the union.
Well, I wouldn't.
Something we'd have to go in depth.
All right.
I'm not sure if right now, because I believe we need a neutral party to.
Well, I wouldn't
possibly
go that far to unification yet. If you show that you're of good behavior and that you truly stand to what you're
Well,
saying, then I would say we would
our
split the islands in
nation.
two for now. I would think it's better if you get the northern island, me Istria the southern island, and that would settle the dispute, I think. And we can
But
discuss future
wait,
territory.
like the northern island, do you mean Krk or?
Yes, Krk would go to Yugoslavia.
And the other island would be
Istria.
which?
Correct.
Oh, let me check actually. I'll have to look at a map. Sorry. To have an idea of how the borders would look like. Until then, actually, does anyone else have like a proposal or anything?
Well, I just may I speak about the trial?
Not yet.
Sure.
So the trial in Poland, we will get ready to hold a trial. We'll have to discuss a time when, but before the actual trial, we'll need to try and capture the two rogues. And I've still got the weapon used to assassinate me, and I can use that to show that it was actually used, because I saw Spiffy give Bigger 3 a stack of arrows, which I actually have. I gave it to Spiffy, they blew up the emissary, and then they assassinated me.
I would like to speak.
No, I wanted to.
Who?
That is true. Iron did request to speak after the Eastern.
Can you state your name? Can you state your name?
Are you illiterate? As Ramen said earlier, are you illiterate?
No, it's just...
as he said earlier, are you illiterate?
Oh my god, I love this guy.
Anyways, so this is completely unrelated to the Slovakia issue and actually goes back to the maritime issue. What is to be done about overlapping maritime borders? Because, for example, I can see a possible overlapping with the northern maritime border of the Isle of Man with Great Britain.
Simply split it.
It will be given equally, like an equal amount of maritime control will be given to either both parties.
Okay.
May I speak?
Sure.
I'd like to agree with you in a situation like this where the maritime border between two countries would overlap. They should just be split straight down the middle to make it simple.
Yes. But by the way, continuing from the point before, yes, we will have Crook and you can have the Southern Island. And
Very well.
on not other notes, you asked about the state of the Yugoslav government, and I can vouch that we have a great degree of democracy and respect for all members of the nation. We even have a system of party congresses where people can jointly decide on situations or on like where people can decide on issues of high debate, like on issues of high importance, other than the other ways people can interact with the structure of the government. But I finish my speech here.
May I speak?
Sure.
Can I quickly?
Actually, wait. Do you wish to speak first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. So, Jem, you said something about you said something before the meeting about an agreement between Yugoslavia and Greece. Can you elaborate?
Yes. We do since Albania simply disbanded the Illyrian bailed out. We would like to know if you'd like to split the territory, the former territory of Albania between both of us.
All right. I'd be
like
fine
you getting Northern Epirus and we getting the rest of Albania.
I agree with that.
Later on, we will have to discuss about Macedonia as well, because we have a potential member that claims part of Maritime Macedonia. But we can discuss this later because it's a deep issue. Okay. So you can
excuse
speak
me.
now.
May I ask for permission to? Oh, okay.
Before Estonia and I were talking about giving Latvia over to Estonia. Me and my higher roles of Poland, Lithuania are okay with giving Latvia to Estonia. So Estonia, you will now have the claim rights of Latvia. That's all I have to say.
I believe I am speaking now. Okay,
Yes.
so the first thing I'd like to say is that this is actually pretty urgent. It was so basically earlier I was like private messaging Bufferington, I still can't pronounce his name here, over the terrorist in Estonia. This isn't to like take credit. I'm pretty sure like Goatland did as well, and if they saw it, I'm pretty sure they would too. This isn't about that. But I was also DMing Vanuatu, and I told him in DMs we were going to go on the attack. Now, let's make one thing very clear. This was in reference to defending ourselves against the allegations. This is not in reference to any sort of like terrorist attack or anything. I know that sounds really bad out of context, but like that's like genuinely what I meant. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this is about defending ourselves in the trial and not about like actual terrorist attack. Thank you. I'm gonna. He can talk first. He
Now
can
Ramen
talk
can.
first.
Now Ramen can.
I'm finished what I'm saying. I will finish after.
No, okay. Sorry for interrupting. I just received message from another person from Old Xylem. Quote: I am going to bomb the building. Hold on. I'll send DMs. Sheev, I'm not sure if he's actually on right now. Just said he was gonna bomb the building if I didn't say quote big cube in the middle of the meeting. Hold on. I'm sending the screenshot in. What chat should I put it in? I'm just gonna put it in. There's no mic. Where? Chatbridge. All right.
Chatbridge.
There you can see. You can see. So if you see Sheev get on, or if you see Spiffy coming in here, I just wanted to give a heads up. If any militaries can get down here, we might actually need a guard. So I just wanted to let y'all know, because that is, you know, I'd say that's fairly important information.
Yeah, that's certainly cause for concern. I'd just like to say something. Regarding what Chero said about going on the attack, that is the first thing I've seen or heard about of this statement, and I don't believe that you would in fact go on the attack against Scotland or anything like that. I don't think you would do something like that. That is the first I'm hearing of that. To defend yourself against the allegations, against the previous allegations, which have now been nullified, are of course completely valid and completely understandable. And regarding the news about Spiffy Gaster, the Scottish army was able to chase Spiffy down. They are currently wandering through the northern Lapland in Finland, and I've ordered that the Scottish army, Callow Cat and Awesome Builder, stay behind to defend Tallinn from any prospective terrorist attack. I just want to update everyone on that. Yeah, I think that's everything I have to say.
Okay, so Ukraine asked to speak, so I'll be passing.
All right, I would like to continue speaking after Ukraine.
Okay. Very important lake in Hungary that is rightful Ukrainian land. I think it should belong to Ukraine. Do we all agree that it belongs to Ukraine?
Wait, what?
Hungary?
You didn't say
Hungary?
what. You just said in Hungary it's rightful Ukrainian land.
I do not know which lake it is.
What lake? A lake in Hungary?
Yeah, no,
think...
you can't just claim lakes.
Can't.
Are you talking about the
I think
semi-large
he's
lake?
talking about Lake Sopron. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no Hungarian lake. Not a single Hungarian lake is Ukrainian, because there's an entire country in between you and Hungary, which I'm not sure if you know, it's called Romania. And so, if anything,
And Hungary as well.
Exactly. So yeah, no, we're gonna have to shut you down on that. At least I am.
And the Ukraine barely border each other, and it would just create an unnecessary border war.
Understandable.
Also, that's like right on Slovakia's doorstep, so you know. Although, to be fair, we do indeed claim Zakarpattia, which is an oblast of Ukraine in real life, so...
Yeah, that's something you and Ukraine have to talk about. And actually, on this note, does anyone else have claims, claim disputes to talk about, to decide about?
Okay, so since there's just silence, I would like to say the two things I haven't said yet. So, first of all, I believe that the upcoming trial, not about the, terrorist, about, the, issue between Slovakia and Gotland, I believe that should be on, right, sorry. I believe that should be, next week, Saturday. So, in December, of course, but, and I believe it should be at 3 o'clock. And second of all, after this meeting is done, I would actually like to visit Poland just to see the bow. I don't doubt the fact that there's use or anything. I would just like to see it, see if it had any enchantments or whatnot. I don't even know why I need to go see it. If you can just tell me whether or not it has enchantments, that'd also be okay. But if it's fine, I would also like to visit Poland. Thank you. I would like to hear the Polish delegation's opinion on this matter.
You can come see Poland if you want. I will have to leave soon, but I can take you there if I have enough time. If not, April, I can take you there. But we can take you to Poland. And when did you say? So what time did you say the trial should be, or what time should it be?
3 o'clock. EST.
I'll have to do some time zone math, but I can't really do it for the rest of the day, maybe. But tomorrow and the rest of the days, I can do it like in the afternoon for where I am. So if you can just put in the time that you think in like the chat bridge or even in the Gotland Discord server, I'll be happy to try and do some time zone math stuff.
All right.
I would just like to speak briefly. I just have a question. I just have two matters to announce. Number one, this morning, Poland and Gotland officialized their alliance. This is a defensive pact in which both countries are legally obligated to defend each other. We are calling this alliance the Northern Lights, and we have invited Estonia to join, and that is pending approval from their government. And another matter is that Charo mentioned that there would be a trial on some matter between Slovakia and Gotland. I'm just curious what exactly they meant by that statement.
So first of all, there are a lot of like unsolved matters about like Vanuatu being imprisoned and like fucking the thing that happened in the capital today where I was just straight murdered. So I'd like to just like hold a thing about that. And I also have some other matters I'd like to raise at said trial, but I'm not going to reveal them right now for the sake of like just keeping this meeting civilized in general.
May I speak?
I understand that fully. What happened exactly regarding Vanuatu's murder? I gave approval to Raman last night to release Vanuatu and to call off the trial and not to inflict any harm on Vanuatu. He did not exactly obey that order. And his siege today of the capital, or his occupation, I should say, is in no way sponsored by me or any other member of the government. This is something that Raman did on his own accord, and this does not represent the views of our government. I did not want any violence between us, and I certainly did not want an occupation of your capital, so I just wanted to clear that up. And I recognize that somebody would like to speak next. Buffer Picton.
This stage is given to Buffer.
Okay, is that? I'd like to respond to the statement of the establishment of the Northern Lights. I'd like to say that Estonia is willing to join the organization. Also, when will the wait? So we're setting the trial to be at 3 o'clock EST, right?
Yes, that is what I believe it should be.
And this trial will be held in Poland, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so this trial will be held at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in Poland. Your time zone is AEDT.
Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I'll do some math and figure out if I can do it at that time.
That will be about 7:30 in the morning for you, so I hope you're okay with waking up early.
Yeah,
Isn't Britain ahead of us?
But
that's Australia.
Oh, he's on. I just talking about I thought he was British. Okay, so we have to move it a bit. Sorry.
Yeah, but are you saying tomorrow?
No, next week, same day.
Oh yeah,
Saturday.
next week. That's true.
Okay, that's good.
Yep, that's
okay.
That's okay because I've got school, obviously.
And I would
also... Okay, so it's going to be on the 4th of December, if everyone's okay with that.
Can I bring something up quickly? I'd like to request that the recognition of Greek claims west of what is the name of that?
Wait, the recognition of what?
Thessaloniki? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Thessaloniki. If you can provide a map of your claims, the Scottish government is more than happy to recognize them.
So you claim Thessaloniki?
Everything west of it.
Sure. Then we will end up having an issue because of the circumstances. I'll say. I mean, everything west of the city, I believe, will be fine, but I'll have to talk with that person. Actually, it's better if I put both of you to talk about the claims in the region of Macedonia. So I'd like to add that the member that claimed Macedonia is from the country is from the Republic of Macedonia in real life. So that's why there might be tensions. You two can talk about the claims regarding Macedonia. We can. It's not entirely up for me.
I won't claim anything that he wants, but I will not. But I do want to have everything west of what he claims. Because
That's understandable. That's understandable.
So I hope I can come to terms with what he wants from Macedonia.
Yes.
If I may speak very briefly on
Yes.
an update about the Spiffy Gasser situation. Currently on the Dynamap, I have a Calocat and Austin Builder 23 of the Scottish Army and Gearshift 48 of the Estonian Army, currently chasing Spiffy Gasser off of the coast of Algeria. I'd just like to provide an update on that.
Wait, just wait a bit. Iron Bread hit someone. Okay. If it repeats, you will be asked to leave the conference. Anyways.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking about Iron. He hit someone.
Oh, I see.
So the speech is to whoever wishes.
Mate. Is it okay if my second representative, Aether, is it okay if he may go and try and capture Spiffy? I can still represent here, and if I have to leave, he can always come back. Okay, Aether, you may leave to go and capture Spiffy if you want.
History of Baxter's wish.
There he goes. Okay. Spiffy will always, whenever he dies, he'll always go to the spawn because he doesn't have a set bed, but he'll always go to a random warp, so someone has to stay on the Dyn map and say what warp he goes to, therefore we can keep track of him.
Hello, I'd like to talk about a fairly important matter.
Sure.
I understand that some people would like to try me for crimes, however, there's one issue that I believe that we've all been overlooking for a while. We have not yet actually written a code of international law. I believe that this conference we should hopefully be able to write such a code in which we can all agree which laws and rules we are to and not to break. So I just wanted to bring that up as an important function of this Congress. Thank you very much.
The issue is that for actually writing a code of law would take quite a while. I don't think we can just do it verbally right now during the conference. Maybe in a meeting post the conference, maybe in the Discord, we can actually decide upon the upon how to what will go and not into the code of law and etc.
I believe now is the, in fact, perfect time to bring it up. We can just get the basics done right now, like what is allowed, what isn't allowed, and therefore, like, kind of break down what we can and can't do while everyone's right here and can clearly hear exactly what is and isn't allowed.
Well, at first, I think everyone is in accordance that terrorist activity, for example, griefing and blowing up structures of other nations, isn't tolerable.
Of course,
and
of course.
And should be punished. So that's already a part of the base. If anyone has any other idea, any other thing to add, I'd like to hear.
I have a proposal.
Sure.
I think that if you go into someone's country, you should not be allowed to attack them as long as you're in the claims. However, if you're attacked first, then you should perfectly be allowed to attack them.
Agreed.
I believe on top of that, no foreign military should be allowed to enter anyone's nation, with the exception of military, hold on, give me a sec. Permitted military, I can't think of the word, I'm a clown.
Military access.
It's
sorry.
Military access. Military
I'm having
access.
a brain fart, but...
No, it's fine. You mean if a nation doesn't has military access, they will not be able to get their military through. Yes, I agree with that.
I mean either an official military bloc such as the Northern Lights or a allowed military exercise in which the units are working together to show initial force permitted by the
Of
government.
course, but that counts under military access.
I mean, I believe so.
If both nations are allied, they will probably have something to they will have a code that permits them to have their militaries go through either nations, and if there's a joint joint training operation, for example, there will also be a specific wording to allow the people. That is more of a question of international in the sense of between the nations to decide, rather than actually being down to international code. The international code will just simply state that if a nation doesn't allow military access to another, the other's army cannot enter the first. If they do so, they will be punished accordingly to the gravity of their crime.
I would also like to add that I believe that killing someone's animals inside of their territory or otherwise intentionally causing famine or other such strife should be prohibitively outlawed. As the situation in Slovakia, I understand, is dire, and I shall be sending food packages to relieve the strife in Slovakia the second this meeting is over. But I believe that would be an important thing moving forward.
And I agree completely. It should not be permitted unless trying to intentionally trying to intentionally deprive another nation of basic resources will also be counted as a crime. If a nation, sorry, but if a nation, my brain just farted. I don't remember what I was going to say. Sorry, but until I remember, I'll let someone else take from here.
All right.
Yeah, they're gonna get
bring
spiffy.
up currency as well. Can we figure out a way to value each individual item? Like, what would one emerald be worth? What would one diamond be worth? What would one so on and so forth be worth?
That would be, I guess, that would be the role of an international trade commission to deal with. What each item is worth. Since that can be organized, and because we can decide it here because we need to give the opportunity to nations to decide by themselves if they wish to be part of, or if they don't wish. Okay, so since other people, yeah, exactly. Since other people want to speak, I will give you the word.
All right, thank you. So, I also believe that we should discuss sentencing. So, like, for example, if you commit a crime, that's all well and good and all. You like, it's a bad thing, but what happens afterwards? So, like, for example, if someone were to kill your animals, I believe that they should give you your animals back, and probably more too. But that's besides the point. Point is, we need to discuss sentencing right now. So if anyone has any propositions, I would like to hear them.
If anyone takes your animals, anyone kills their animals, they will have to give the resources equivalent to them, and that actually goes into what Cher was saying about value. We should decide how much each item is worth. So if one nation doesn't have the capacity to pay for the amount of meat they took with meat, like the amount of cattle they took with meat, they would be able to do it with another item. For example, 1 diamond for 40 for 4 dead cows.
Hey yo, he's got a tank! Get out the tank!
Holy shit, he's got a tank.
No weapons in the meeting. No weapons in the meeting. Although, I would like to...
You may leave.
I believe that if you show up with a tank, you should show up with something to share.
Whoever wishes to...
Come on, give us all a tank.
whoever wishes to leave the meeting, you can. Just like everyone, just leave the voice chat as well.
Everyone else.
Okay,
hello.
so
Excuse me.
going back.
I would like to argue against. Hold on. They keep placing signs that say I have a big dick in front of me.
Correction. That is, I have a dig bic.
So as I was trying to say, I believe that punishment, it shouldn't, I'm a firm believer of an eye and an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Let's say someone is to kill your animals. I say, therefore, they should have to pay the same animals back, or in fact, twice as much. And let's say someone is to kill someone, well, I believe that the capital punishment is very much so deserved, and that perhaps post-capital punishment, they should, on top of that, also have to serve, I don't know, an hour or so in a nation's federal prison. That's just what I believe is a fair punishment for these such actions.
I believe that simply putting them on a prison wouldn't be either useful or fun.
Yeah, I also said kill them.
I agree.
I think
yes,
that was a very.
You kill them, but like you also make them. I think the sentences for everything beyond an eye for an eye is to make them do community service for the nation they cause.
You know what? I think I agree with that. You know what, guys? I think forced labor camps are a great idea. Who here agrees? Everyone, we can unmute. Let's all just say, everyone, turn on your lights if you agree that prisoners should be forced to do slave labor for whoever they are captured by.
Pretty much everyone except.
Everyone wants slave labor. Is that what we're doing here?
It's not slave labor. It's just sentencing, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you're sentenced to do work while being unpaid. That is the exact definition.
You committed a crime. You are repaying with the sentence.
I know. Doesn't change what it is.
Then it's not.
I didn't say I disagree. I did not say I disagree.
You said it was slave labor, though.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it shouldn't be done. I'm saying that that's what it is.
It's not slave labor, though.
Yes, it is.
It's not slave labor.
That is the.
It's not because they committed that crime.
The exact definition.
Need to pay.
It is forced
they
labor.
need to pay in some
It
form.
is forced labor. They are a slave to the state. They are therefore.
Listen.
No, that is forced labor. Forced labor is slave labor. I'm not disagreeing with this.
Forced
I'm
labor
saying that it's
is
fine.
not slave labor.
Yes, it is.
It's
that is very much so too.
Okay, but
all I know is that
let's stop this discussion. There's someone who wants to speak.
Light on.
Alright, turn your light on.
Turn your lights off, except the person who wishes to speak.
Guys, I'm so fucking based.
Okay.
Chat, can we get hashtag 15th Amendment going in chat? God.
I'd like to interject on the slave labor versus forced labor matter.
What do you mean? They get orders and have to give it to you. If they try to resist, they will just be killed and the sentence will get longer.
Hey, I think I have a word for that. You know what the word is?
What?
I'll tell you. You can find part of it in the word Yugoslavia. You can find about 4 letters of it.
Slav?
No, just add an E at the end. Just add an E at the end of that. Now, I'm not saying it shouldn't be practiced. In fact, I'm saying that is a very fair punishment for murder. That is exactly what I'm saying. It should be the standard punishment for labor.
The nations who don't. Okay, there's that disagreement within
Everyone,
Poland.
What is the most fair punishment for someone who has killed a man than to force them away from their home and their families and force them to work in the mines for the state that they have so wrongly wronged? Huh?
I'll tell you what, you call them cringe.
Hold on, who said that? Was that Slovakia?
No.
Yeah, all I'm saying.
Yeah, Vanuatu's going into the mines.
Cringe. I think crime rate should be a lot lower in real life.
I hereby declare saying cringe is against the law. Sal, can we send police to go capture Chero? Yep, saying cringe is against international law now.
Ramen, you are not in
Ramen,
charge of the problem.
I disagree because you're cringe and you are trying to.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm cringe. Iron, am I cringe?
So instead of
A little.
the slave labor,
Okay,
Let me
okay.
at him. Let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Hey,
Let me at him. He
sit
called me
down,
cringe.
Sit down. Sit down.
I'm just fucking with you.
Just
I'm just fucking
dick.
with all of you.
Lex.
There's someone breaking in.
make them create OnlyFans if they break the law.
Who's speaking? Can you please line? Can you please turn the lights on? Okay. Okay.
Fight.
So one
Fight,
warning for
fight,
Ramen,
fight.
one warning for Iron.
What did I do?
I propose we try ramen boys and wolf.
He hit me. How am I getting charged?
Then both of you are warned.
How am I being warned for getting hit?
I was merely defending Ramen Boy 21 from this Istrian hooligan.
You're kidding me.
What do you mean? You hit him.
Do you see what I have to put up with?
He may be an Istrian hooligan, but he's my goddamn Istrian hooligan. Come here.
Who the fuck said that?
Sit down, Ramen. Sit
Oh
down.
my god, they're hugging.
Sit down.
Oh, the
Sit
Slavs
down.
are hugging.
Sit down.
Oh
Sit
my
down.
god.
Sit down.
Did you see that? That's called man sex.
There's the kind of guy to like get a hug from a girl and then just really get a fucking girl.
I motion that under the pretext of Christian law, we outlaw all gay marriage.
What the fuck?
Motion dismissed.
What the fuck?
Wait. We're all
I agree.
Iron, how the hell are you supposed to get married? No girl wants you.
Exactly. I can attest to this. I've known this man.
This is unrelated to myself.
No, I've known this man for 2
I
years.
think we all agree that fanboys are an important part
It's
of
true.
society.
That's true. That's
I
true.
disagree.
I'd also like to attest to what Sal said. I've known this man for 3 years, and I can tell you, he does not get any bitches. So, I just wanted to make that very clear.
That's true. I don't even get dudes.
We know you don't, Sal.
Okay, anyone has anything to ask or?
What the fuck is the Istrian doing? That's what I want to ask. Like, there's just gonna be a bomb down there. Like, we're just gonna look down there and there's gonna be TNT.
We need to investigate. There's most likely a bomb down there.
Oh, we've been doing this for like 2 hours. We're starting to get shitposty.
God damn, and y'all thought I was a terrorist. God damn.
It's just it's his man sex hole.
Uh-oh. Why are you guys going to watch after Iron says that? Come on, Iron. We're Christian men. We don't observe people in the egg.
There's a bomb in the
kidding me?
conference.
There's a bomb in there?
He has a bomb.
No, someone put a bomb next to it.
Go, please sit down. That
Okay, order in. Hold on, can I get up here and say order in the court, please, pretty please? All right, order in the court. Order in the court. Order.
Get down. Get down.
I've been drinking a lot of juice.
Ramen,
So.
get your seat. You forget.
This is what makes politics fun.
Exactly.
God damn, if the real
This is
you
the
ain't
House of
like this, then I
Commons.
might become a diplomat.
I swear by Allah, my shoe will connect with your jaw.
Okay, he just
Does that mean I
declared
can-
like for himself.
Guys
The
are killing
conference is
people now.
over.
Damn,
It's fine,
the
they
Pristina
were-
conference is
Go.
over.
Let's go.
Finally, the politics are over. I can go back to killing people without consequence.
So what you're telling me is that Iron is guilty of murder, and due to the eye for an eye principle.
Absolutely. You know who I actually I actually nuked Warsaw with an atomic bomb. Yep, I killed JFK. Yep, I killed JFK.
Oh God!
I knew it.
I drank too much
Never
juice.
trust the iron. You can never trust Iron Bread.
You can never trust Iron Bread. It's
Yep.
true.
I assassinated I
Y'all, it's been
Yeah,
fun. I just have one last thing to say. This be fucking.
Is we fucking? Is that what we're doing now?
Are we having an orgy in Visby?
No, that's not happening. That is not happening.
By the way, speaking about that, can I go visit Visby?
Oh, go ahead. Anyone's welcome at any time, except. Oh no,
Okay,
Ethan's allowed again.
let me-
How about that?
Can someone go to Visby? So,
So anyways,